And instead of covering up and running, was to fight back, and that's why you finished him.
From what I know of human nature, there's only two things that he was capable of doing: either running or stinking it out, or come out and fighting. I knew either he was scared and come out fighting, and that's what I thought. Maybe he was a little jittery, so he came out fighting, giving it his best, hoping for a knockout or a cut or something, because he was fighting very furiously, as you noticed.
Mike didn't give him a chance to do anything else. After the first knockdown, he got right on him and worked the body and came after the head again. That's what knocked him out.
All right, what happened? What was all the delay about before? Do you think Michael just didn't want this to get here this quick?
Well, I think he was trying to scrutinize with my brain and make me wait it out. But, you know, I was getting upset. I wanted to go. I'm the kind of guy who just want to fight. Let's get in there and fight. I don't care who comes in first. We come in both at the same time. That's what we planned. We said we come on together. And so my main objective was to go out there. Like I said, my trainer told me the whole purse is better on one round. Now I come back to collect my money, and he says he was joking. He didn't make the bet.
But still a good payday.
There was so much buildup that we can only wish that there was something more interesting or important to say from here at ringside in Atlantic City. The fact of the matter is, there isn't. Mike Tyson took care of that.
Eight punches and out. The walk to the ring, the introductions, the referee's instructions, the interviews, everything was longer than the fight. And Kevin Rooney, the trainer of Mike Tyson, is here with us, and I'm sure you weren't disappointed that everything was longer than the fight.
I love it like that, in and out. Let's get in there and get out.
There was a long delay before the start of the fight. It seemed to take a little bit of the excitement and electricity out of the live audience waiting for the fight. What was the furor about? Were they simply applying a little gamesmanship, trying to upset Mike?
Basically, yeah, that's what it was. I mean, they made us think about the way the glove, I had tied the glove and there was a little bit of a lump, and we wanted to tape it down, and the inspector, who's the boss, he approved it. Then Butch Lewis came back with Hazard, and he tried to make a big stink about it, and him, Lewis, and the inspector, the big guy, they had words. I've read in the paper where they try to say Lewis called Mike a faggot. That's not true. He showed me and my fighter respect by not saying nothing, because I'm not. If he started coming so yelling at me, who knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean? But he didn't, and I respected that. His problem was with the inspector, but it was a bunch of malarkey. They were trying to upset the fighter, and it worked against him because it upset him enough that he went out there and he did the job on his fighter.
It sounded, looking back, as though Butch Lewis was trying to buy time for a condemned man. Now tell me about some of the psyching that went on before the fight. I didn't realize that Mike Tyson seemed to need all of it. Part of it was in meeting Roberto Duran. Then you told him that you had made a bet in which you were betting all of your purses on the knockout. And then you were wearing a cap that said, "This one is for Jimmy Jacobs," your late ex-manager.
Well, Mike doesn't need that psyching or whatever. These things just unfolded. Mike invited Roberto Duran to the fight because Don King wouldn't give Roberto Duran tickets to the fight. So when we found that out, when Mike heard that, Mike said, well, I'll give him tickets because he loves Duran. Duran's a great fighter. So he came to visit with Mike, and that souped Mike up, which is good. I like that because now there's another fighter that keeps him focused, which the whole idea of the camp and the fight is to be a professional and to focus on what you're going to do.
What about this little joke about betting all your money on the fight?
Mike has a dry sense of humor like me now, because I'm saying it now. He came out and he said, I did say that. And he was walking into the other room. I said, oh yeah, hey Mike, by the way, I bet my purse and your purse on a first round knockout. But Mike knows that I don't got his purse. I don't have his end of it. Maybe he thought I bet my money. I don't know.
I've called what Mike Tyson does in the ring brute skill. And now we're going to try to show you some of the subtles of boxing as seen through the eyes of Kevin Rooney.
Let's go. Let's get off the apron.
Kevin, take us through this live action of the fight and what you see. And I know this is the first time you've actually seen the fight.
That's right. Mike's bringing it right to him. And we're letting them bombs go. That's sending a message. Right there. See, that was a good right hand that missed. He tried to sneaky right hand Spinks. That one missed, obviously.
So that's part of the skill part of the brute force.
You can't hit Mike. You hit him with a clean shot. And when they can't hit him, they become like confused and intimidated because they know they're missing. They get confused. subconsciously.
Were you surprised that Spinks didn't throw more jabs?
No. Mike got right on him. He made him fight. That was the plan. Right there. See that left uppercut? That's what hurt him. And then comes the body shot from him.
Come on, stop punching, Boogie. Stop that.
That was the only clinch. Was that Mike's fault, or did you give him downgrade him for that?
No. I work on that. That's something I'm trying to work on, getting him out of the habit of doing that.
Now that body punch,
That hurt.
Must have hurt, and that was the start.
There's a left uppercut I was throwing. That's what hurt. That's what really brought him down. More than the right hand to the body.
Was he just going down for a rest there, did you think?
Well, yeah, he didn't know where to go. The guy's all over him. He wanted to get out of the way.
Bang. That's where he took his shot.
Right there, but it was a good right hand. He's out. You know, I remember when he went down like that, because I was looking right up, I knew the fight was over. He was struggling up, and then the guy stopped counting, and I thought the count was a little long. Because I remember the guy saying 6, and then Frank said 6.
You're not
7.
very happy there, are you? All right, now let's go through slow motion and show us where the skill is. For example, in the delivering of the punches, we've seen a lot of big guys. They don't punch as hard as Mike. Is it the way he delivers it?
Sure, it's the snap. I told you with snap, with the correct form.
Which is what? Is it getting the shoulder in and...
It's getting the whole body and snapping the shoulder. That's really where it comes from.
All right, let's watch this and see. He throws straight through it.
Right, he goes right through it. And the right hand to the body is a good snap.
Now you
see the shoulder? See the shoulder muscle snap? That one it missed.
All right, now you have obviously been working on him throwing more body punches because he's been remiss. He's leaped into clinches and he hasn't thrown the body punches. Is he there where you want him on that score yet?
No.
Oh.
You know, he's getting there, but he's not there. But he doesn't throw that left hook to the body. I want to see that.
All right,
that's a good left uppercut.
And he's rolling. It looks like he's rolling back and forth. Is that how he's trained?
Yeah, see, you can see the snap. You can see his shoulder snap. That was a pretty good shot. And one that missed was even better.
Okay, now the knockout punch. Describe that.
That was a tremendous right uppercut to the opposite side of his face. It shows his good power. But watching this tape, you know, Michael Spinks came off the rope after being knocked down the first time. He starts to throw the right hand. Mike makes the little head movement to make him miss, and Spinks shows how smart he is. He stopped throwing it because he knew he wasn't going to hit. But I think by doing that, and the fact that Mike is going to make him miss, he's off balance a little bit.
All right, so he moves away.
Mike lets it go hard.
And then hard. It seems that the commitment is so much a part of Mike Tyson. When he commits like that, he's leaving himself open, it seems. But he's making a full commitment to what he's doing.
Yes, but he's not open because we just saw it in slow motion. He made him miss that right hand. Spinks started to throw a hard right hand, and halfway through it, he wanted to stop it because he knew he wasn't going to hit him. And he was off balance, and then Mike had that tremendous snap and hit him on the right side of his face with his right hand, which is wild.
What makes Mike such a good finisher? Was it something that he got from Cuss?
Cuss always said, you know, professional fighter, when you got a man hurt, you take him out. You get him out, you get the fight over with. Anything could happen.
So there you have the anatomy of a knockout, and there is the anatomy of the man who was knocked out. After that, the issue no longer seems to be whether there's anyone out there who can compete with Mike Tyson now. But however prematurely, I find myself wondering, musing, whether there was ever anyone out there who could have beaten Mike Tyson. And here with me to go over that, a panel of experts, Mike Katz of the New York Daily News, Wally Matthews of Newsday, and Phil Berger of the New York Times. Given the scarcity of live opponents, have you fellas start to think of Tyson in terms of dead opponents?
Well, I would rather see in my mind Mike Tyson fight Lewis and Marciano and Ali than Razor Ruddock or Carl Williams or, heaven forbid, Trevor Berbick again. I think you're right. It's premature to imagine him as the best or the greatest yet. He's 22 years old, and he's never been in a fight.
Well, Mike, you have to go by what's out there, and right now he is the greatest unless you want to try